for up-and-coming bloggers. You know, the landscape of the internet is changing, is in a constant state of evolution. So any advice we can give you today may be outdated in 6 months. You know, even with what I do, I'm constantly trying to change and make upgrades to the website and tweaks and improvements, because I do it for fun, but I still want to maintain, be competitive. But my advice to you, it helps if you are able to find a niche, if you're able to be very specific, and then just work really hard. Here's a funny story. I was working not that far from here at a magazine. I don't mind saying, Star Magazine, right? It was after I started my website. I feel like I'm teaching. I love speaking at colleges because I tell about all the things I did badly and wrong, like this one. So I was working there and I had already started my website, and I hated that job. I hated it so much that it really made me depressed. And I'm talking about clinically depressed. I felt trapped in that job. I felt like I didn't have enough time to find another job, and the money was really good there. It was paying me $55,000 a year. Oh my God, that's a lot of money for somebody who was 26 at the time. And I just stayed there for far too long, even though in my gut, I knew right away that I hated that job, because I really love celebrities. I love the world of entertainment. That's why I started the website. And there I was like a creepy stalker dude. They it was back in 2004, and they sent me to the Mercer Hotel downtown to talk to the workers there, because that was when Russell Crowe got into a fight with one of the hotel workers and threw a phone at one of them. They're like, oh, you speak Spanish? Try and speak to the hotel workers in Spanish and get information. And then I almost got arrested because you're trespassing. Oh my God, I was told to come here about my job. I'm sorry, please don't arrest me. I'm sorry. It was bad. And I hated it, and I hated it, and I hated it. And here's a good bit of advice I wish somebody would have told me. If you're thinking of quitting your job, don't tell your coworkers, because they're not your friends. You might think they're your friends, but they're not. I mean, maybe they are, but they will tell. And actually, I think that subconsciously I wanted to get fired from that job, and I did. So after I got fired from that job, oh gosh, could you get sued? Could the government come after you for things you did in the past that was bad? Oh well. After I got fired from that job, I was able to collect unemployment, and then still do some odd jobs on the side, covering red carpet events and this and that and the other. And I'd pocket that money, and that was enough money to get me by the early year or two of my website, so I could just do that. Because if I had a job that was a full-time gig and I was trying to do the website, it probably wouldn't have taken off. The fact that I was able to devote all my time to it was really what helped take it to the next level. And the fact that I really was the first. I mean, I remember back in 2004, Us Weekly's website, and People Magazine's website, they really were just ways to get subscriptions. That's all they did back then, was just, oh, go online to subscribe to the magazine. Boy, have things changed.